Welcome to the 7th tier of English football as we are watching Farnham Town versus Walton and Hersham. Two owners who have high ambitions and are unique in their own ways. Farnham Town were founded in 1906 as a merger of two local clubs, Farnham Buns and Farnham Star. But recently success has been in the club's DNA, winning the Southern Combination Cup in 2023, promotion to the 8th tier in 2024, and during that season winning 25 consecutive matches to start the season, which is a British record. They went back to back, winning the league title in 2025 with 102 points. This is the highest level they've ever reached as a football club. Now they are in the 7th tier, narrowly got knocked out of the FA Cup to Sutton United. Two thrilling matches where they went toe-to-toe with a National League side. This football club is on the rise and has never been in a better position. Harry Hugo has been executing his plan superbly and the future is looking bright. Tonight they face Walton and Hersham, who are top of the table. They have 1 million followers on TikTok and have the youngest owners in world football. 1,000 likes on this video and I'll create an episode at their football club. And just like that, we have made it to Farnham. Let's see what this is all about. So where do we go now then? I don't think we've got a lot of options. Towards the town centre is always the best bet, isn't it? There isn't much here in all honesty. I mean, it's a really small town. I want to say a population of about 40,000. But I think I found the high street. Just seems busy. But if there's going to be action in this town, then it's going to be down here. Tell you what though, this is a really nice building. Oh, Magnet, there you go. Shout out to Magnet. That's quite nice, isn't it? It just looks like utter carnage right now. However, from what I hear anyway, I think the football club is in like the heart of the town too, which makes it even more special. High street just here, and down here should be the football stadium. Well, I hope so anyway. That's the goal, isn't it? If you're telling me there's a stadium just past here, then what a location this is, by the way. Oh, actually, it really is. The road we just came from, and then here's the entrance to the football club, Farnham Town. Welcome to the memorial ground. I think it's fair to say we've made it now. As I say every video, when you've got a ground which is in the heart of the town and surrounded by houses, which it is, it just brings it out even more, doesn't it? I mean, I'm very early, incredibly early. And just outside the ground, it's got its clubhouse, which looks really new. I mean, look at this, this looks fresh. And when I say it's their clubhouse, I mean, just read this. Yeah, it's definitely the clubhouse. But what a great facility this is. This will be very useful for the fans. Look at the picnic tables in the distance. Yeah, you can't complain with this. But from what I'm seeing anyway, this is very, very new. This must be installed for this season since promotion. It looks that new anyway. And I mean, there is a gate open. I mean, should we just have a look? I mean, do you know what I mean? And through the gate we went, and inside we are at Farnham Town Football Club, the memorial ground. And I'll tell you what, I like the colour about it. I like the purple, yellow, blue. I don't mind the mix, you know, I quite like it. When you got this stand here, you can tell they can do stuff around the stadium as well. When they progress up the leagues even further, there's going to be some good progression, I can see it. With the infrastructure, you can see there can be some really big improvements. But I'm sure if you compare this ground to 3 years ago, I'm sure the changes from then till now is probably a drastic change too. But call me a nerd too, I even like the purple fencing here as well. The colours of the football club, that's what you want. But the art on the wall in front of me by the house brings it out further. I mean, look at this, that's just fantastic, isn't it? Even if we look at the stand, it's got an aerial view, which you don't really get too much in the divisions anyway. I think Lewis, that's a really good example of it being elevated and you got a good view over to the top. If they can make this longer, which I think their plans is to do so, then I think they're onto a winner. A little aerial view, feel on top of the pitch, that is what you want. Have a little sit down today.
Yeah. Where have you travelled in from?
Near Norwich.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
So my local's like lowest of town, so like properly easterly points. So let's say your perspective earlier actually about how open you are with a club. They're not open at all to express anything.
I don't think many are, to be honest.
I know. It's nuts.
You get some openness in the boardroom, like when I went to pool. Like the chairman's like super open within 4 walls of 6 people. So if you just said that stuff to fans, they'd buy in so much more. The football club is in the right direction. If talking of another club who are in the right direction is the table toppers, shall we say, Walton and Hersham. I'm excited to see how they play tonight. A win for them, and they could well run away with it. So I think this is a big game for Farnham if they want to challenge for the top end of the table, maybe an automatic spot, maybe get the playoff push. It's early days. This is also a really nice little area for fans to mix, a good fan zone. I'm really impressed by this already, but I wish I saw this maybe 2-3 years ago to then compare the differences.
Harry, thank you for joining me.
No worries.
It's honestly a pleasure to be here. It's always been on our list to attend. How did you get involved with the club, and when from?
Yeah, so I've been involved since 2022, so 3.5 years now. And it's been a roller coaster of emotions. Yeah. It's been a roller coaster of achievements, and I got involved because it was my local club as a kid. Went to school in Farnham, grew up in Farnham, played for the team as a kid until I was 14. And when I sold my business, it was an opportunity that arose with a group of mates that were like, okay, well, this is what we want to go and do. Farnham became a great option. And we've seen a lot of success over the course of the last 3.5 years, and it's been a lot of fun.
Talking of success, how have you made the start of your season?
Yeah, it's been okay, isn't it? We've lost once. That's pretty good in 10 games. That's not too bad. And then new level. I think it's about the FA Cup was a huge success with playing Sutton, taking Sutton to a replay, taking them to the 210th minute of a tie, scoring 5 times, leading 5 times. Yeah, it's been successful. It's difficult for me to talk about success when you're not top of the league, because we've had 2 years of being top of the league every time I've talked to anyone.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Sitting in mid-table, with 2 games in hand. Yeah. And can even if we won tonight, although that's going to be a tough task, but if we won tonight, we go straight back into the playoff picture. It's just a weird feeling to be asked that question when I'm not top of the league. But that's the position we're in now, because the level is so much harder and the level's so much better and it's so much more enjoyable. The jeopardy in every game is so much better. Love going to Poole, loved having Gloucester here, loved hosting Sholing. Obviously getting as far as we did in the FA Cup, they're big games that matter. Yeah. And over the course of the last couple of seasons, we've had lots of big games, but it didn't really matter. If we lost 1, and we knew we'd just go with the other 35. Do you know what I mean? It was different. And this feels like every game is a big occasion.
And you can't forget about this partnership, Pepperami. What a big name that is. And again, such a big credit to Harry to getting sponsors like this in out of a football club.
If we continue talking about the FA Cup, financially for the football club, that must have benefited the whole club brilliantly, right?
Yeah, it is really good, the FA Cup. The prize money is fantastic if you go far. We didn't go that far, but to get to the 4th qualifying round is a decent go at it. Our women's team is still in the FA Cup as well. They play Leyton Orient in the first round proper on Sunday. That's great prize money, but obviously it also drives a lot of interest and attraction to the club. We had a sellout here and a record attendance, 2,300, which is great. Everything that comes with the magic of the FA Cup, right? Yeah. People start talking about it. We're on the BBC. They're cool moments that you remember for a long, long time.
This again shows the progression of a football club, because in front of me they've got the scaffolding. I want to say they've put this up for the Sutton game to increase the capacity even further than it already was. Saw the opportunity financially to get more people through the door and join a nice FA Cup fixture. It's smart, isn't it? It doesn't end with the fencing around here. I mean, look in front of us. It was the purple fencing, but now we've got the blue fencing here. The aerial view on top of it as well, I like it. But the way the club is growing, going up the divisions, they need a new stand like this going along here. Because believe it or not, guys, health and safety is an actual factor.
First and foremost, we've put in a lot of investment into infrastructure in the last 3.5 years. The stand we're sat in now didn't exist 3 years ago, and that feels really weird, because it's in the middle of the pitch. It's a normal place where you'd expect most stands at this level, but this club is 120 years at playing at step 6 and step 5, like the 10th tier of English football. We're now in the 7th, and it requires a totally different level of infrastructure. The bit behind the goal is going to take us forward again, another 700 capacity stand, partially covered, partially uncovered, in a relatively unique position in non-league, perched on a sort of like a hill. It's a great place to watch football. You get a great view down onto the pitch, and we're trying to make the most of what is quite a quirky non-league ground.
But if they go up another season, this is why they're adding this new stand just on alongside here. It's all about keeping up to date and not being left behind to do all of this stuff last minute. And this is what makes the ground so unique, having this aerial factor. I mean, the corner flag is just down here, but you feel on top of it, which is how you want to feel as a football fan. You don't want to be 50 yards away from the pitch like you are at the London Stadium, for example, whereas here you feel on top of it, and that's what you want as a football fan. I am such a nerd for these details. Blue, purple, colours of the football club. I'm a bit of a nerd.
I've been very vocal about kickoff at times changing within non-league clubs.
Yeah.
And the fact you done it the other day, 5:30 p.m. kickoff. What was the benefits? What were the negatives?
We are a club that tries things.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that I believe in everything we do is going to be the right answer, or it's going to yield a positive response either initially or from the results or the consequences it creates. But I am willing to put my neck on the line to learn, and try something different. Changing kickoff times has happened twice in my tenure.
Oh wow.
And we've done it once, which was a local derby in Step 5, and it was us versus Alton, probably the closest game in that level, and our average gate was like 400. We did a 7:45 Friday night kickoff for the local area, and we did 950 people. And we're like, oh, okay. Tried the whole season to try and change other games to 7:45 on a Friday. Every other team went, no way.
Wow.
They thought there was a competitive advantage to us changing it to a Friday, big crowd, etc.
Okay.
So we didn't manage to do that again. There's a streaming deal as part of the Trident Leagues, which is the Northern, the Southern, and the Isthmian Leagues, to have the ability to potentially change kickoff times for games to be streamed outside of the 3 p.m. blackout. I kind of used that as the opportunity to change the game that we'd just gone through, and it yielded great commercial results from a spend per head point of view. I don't think lots of people in football love talking about the commercial side because it feels like anti-non-league talking about the money, but ultimately non-league football clubs have to talk about the money. It's hand to mouth. You either rely on a benefactor, which we're not going to hide from it. Farnham has relied on me for the last couple of years, but we've always tried to work towards sustainability. Or you try and innovate within your means to try and make more money. That's the only way you put players on the pitch and open the gates. The only way it happens. For me, it's like, okay, well, we'll try this thing. If it works, it doesn't. We changed the demographic. Definitely, more football fans came in. People coming from Southampton's 12:30 kickoff, QPR's 12:30 kickoff that could make a 5:30. They couldn't make a 3 o'clock, and it was very successful. But it didn't suit everyone. Doesn't suit our natural demographic, which is families in the local area. Wasn't as good for them. But I'm not going to change every game to a 5:30 kickoff.
Of course.
95% of our home kickoffs on a Saturday will be 3 o'clock. It doesn't mean we shouldn't have different options in our armoury.
You need to experiment, don't you?
Yeah, 100%, and it worked for different people. It goes both ways, and I understand the need for change, and I understand the need for a bit of disruption, and we're just well placed to do it, and I try and be as transparent as possible, whether or not it's worked or hasn't worked.
Go on, Harry, mate. If there's one thing you've got to improve, get them floodlights gone and replace them. And I'm saying that respectfully because I love my floodlights, but these ones, for me anyway, it's not it, is it?
Do you know what I've noticed about walking around this stadium as well? So sponsors you've actually got this football club. And is that right in saying no two ways were third shirt sponsors? I want to say.
They were third shirt sponsors this year. They were home and away shirt sponsors last year. I'm an investor in No Two Ways. So
Gotcha, okay.
I'm not gonna try to say I'm not. I've known
these
Cal
are
for a
vital
long
deals,
time.
aren't they?
100%. We obviously did a deal with Sidemen the first year I was involved, and that was amazing for coverage. And No Two Ways, Pepperami, Pizza Express. We tried to create what will work with brands that people recognise and go, oh, I wasn't expecting to see them at a non-league football ground. And I think we're genuinely trying to add value to the sponsors as well. Pizza Express, not just putting their name here, they're giving a discount to every season ticket holder for Pizza Express in the town.
Brilliant.
You go up there, you show your season ticket, of which we have 1,800 season ticket holders, and you get a 20% discount at Pizza Express. Well, there's lots of families here that win for everyone, and Pizza Express get to fill their restaurant after games on Saturday or before or Tuesday. I imagine there's people up there now paying 20% less than they would have, and Pizza Express have got more
pre-match
customers.
meal.
Exactly. Perfect. That's exactly what we want.
That's what you want for your 7:45 kickoffs. Pizza Express before, game at 7:45. What more do you want, guys,
Exactly.
honestly?
Perfect.
So you may think I've got a freebie to this game, but that is far from the case. £10 for a ticket tonight, adult ticket by the way. That is incredible pricing, so get down to Farnham because it's very affordable. And once you scan your ticket in, here you've got the clubhouse which we went to earlier. Look at the lights around here, it's nice, isn't it? But I'm gonna be honest, I am absolutely starving. It's time to try out a bit of the food here. 2 we're going for. One is lobster pie, which is outside of the ground, and then the burger, which is inside the ground, which we're going to have a little nibble on. And it looks like they're all £5 too, so I can't complain with that. What do you think? Should we mix it up? Steak and Guinness? I think we'll do that. Look at the pastry on that, don't mind if I do. Do you love how we're eating this pie in front of the burger van? Because I can for sure tell you if I'm going to get a burger after this as well. So are you. Not the only guilty one.
Going forward, 5-year plan from now. Where do you want to be in 5 years?
That's such a hard question to answer because we've kind of achieved the 5-year plan in 3, and we wanted to get to this level because it's proper football. We want to compete at this level, understand where we are, and continue to push the boat with the off the field stuff. I think that's really important.
Keep it sustainable.
And work towards sustainability, and that means talking about commercial revenue and bar revenue, and really thinking about how we can continue to push the club forward off the pitch, and hopefully the boys and Jono can continue to put some wins together that keep people excited. It's a tough game, they're a very good side, and so are we. We're a very good side, and you've caught me on a bad week.
I have.
We've drawn and we've lost twice in a week, and I have never experienced that in my chairmanship.
That's actually a very good point when you think it.
I am in a position where that question has never been asked of me before a game where I genuinely don't know what the outcome's going to be.
Yeah. So I had that pie, and the pie was phenomenal. It seemed homemade. I might be wrong there, but for £5, I thought the quality of the steak and Guinness pie, decent. What's in front of me though? I'm sorry, I've just done it, haven't I? I've got a cheeseburger and chips which cost £8, which I think is good value yet again. Looks quality as well. Look at the amount of cheese on there, look, that's fantastic. This is no longer a non-league channel, this is more just me eating food. But the best part of non-league experiences is the food, and looking at the food so far, after having a pie, now a burger, it's going to get a good score, tell you. Good score.
I really like watching football at this level when both teams try and beat each other.
Yeah.
Gloucester came here, try and beat us 3-3. Paul Town try and beat us away 2-2. Like, these are brilliant games of football, and ultimately, from my position, as much as I want to win a game, I'm a fan. I want to be entertained and see what's goes on. I want to see the best teams and the best players put in great performances and come away going, if I paid 10 quid to watch that, I'd be delighted.
Yeah,
right,
absolutely.
And tonight, as long as the spectacle is good, then the result is what it is, and this is a long season, and we've only lost once this season, and I've got to put it into a bit of perspective. But yeah, to answer your question truthfully, I've never been in this position before, and I'd quite like to win.
But after everything you've said, we're going to watch a 0-0 now, aren't I?
I would be shocked if this game finishes 0-0, but that is the kiss of death. But I really would be. Stylistically, this is not a 0-0 game. This is a game that we should see some goals in. I'd like more goals in the Walton and Hersham net than the other way around.
No, of course. Well, Harry, thank you so much for joining me. Appreciate it, and can't wait for the game.
But here we are under the lights. It's got a bit of an eerie feel to it, in all honesty, but what a massive game this is. As Harry was saying earlier, the two styles these teams play with, I mean, you just can't see it being a 0-0, can you? I mean, you've seen the goals they've conceded, the goals they've scored this season. Surely there's going to be a good amount of goals in this. But let's talk about the scrum quickly, because I thought the burger and chips, the chips were phenomenal, burger great. Honestly, I feel pretty fat now, but must be honest. And funny enough, this season we went to Bracknell and he was the goalkeeper, and actually today signed for the football club. Obviously there's no restrictions in non-league for making signings, I think until March, and that's a big signing because he's a really good keeper.
Dan, you were here 2 years ago. How much has this stadium improved since your first time here?
Well, I ground hopped it 2 years ago when they were step 5, and it has improved a bit. I think the colour's got better, it feels a bit more of a ground, their ground rather than generic. Obviously, I think the seats over there are quite new. I think they're doing something with this soon, and when I come back here with Paul Town in a few weeks, I think that should be a bit more developed. But no, it's a lot better. Obviously, they've got the Pepper Army stand down there, they've got their Lottie stand there. It's all very nice. Decent clubhouse, got better, good food options. It's quite a good club.
Here we are then for this massive fixture in the 7th tier. But as a neutral, we want goals, entertainment, and I think we're going to get that tonight. Come on, lads, what do you think?
3-1 Walton.
Ooh.
I think it'll be a really close one. I'm going for 2-2.
There's going to be goals. I'm going to say 4-2, but I'm going to say 4-2 either way. And that's a bold prediction. I'm not saying like a 2-1 or anything. 4-2, 6 goals. Going for it.
But now that all the talking is complete, the match is underway. And it looks to be a decent crowd for a Tuesday night. But it was the away fans you could hear. But now we do have something from Farnham.
It's nearly 1-0 Walton and Hersham. I'll tell you what, I've been really impressed with their style of play. Patient build up. When they get it between the lines, they're impressive. Lays it off. 1-0. And there you go. Walton and Hersham take the lead, and to be honest, I've got to say, deservedly so too. The football they've been playing, really good. That was a good finish in the end. And in all fairness, the away side have brought, good fair amount of fans with them here, to be honest. Well, all we know is it didn't end 0-0, so it was definitely right on that behalf. Wow. Oh, it's offside, but my word. They're showing the quality when they've got the space. They're a good side. You can see why they're top of the table. Oh, there's a lot of shouting here. He wasn't going to give anything when he just started shouting. Jesus, he's fast, isn't he? Flipping heck. And that is half-time here. 1-0 to Walton and Hersham at the break. And I've got to say, it's deservedly so. They have been playing so well. I'll tell you what, the style of play, the patience on the ball from the back. Structurally, I think they're being class. I'll tell you, it's going to be a big second half for Farnham because this Walton and Hersham side are a good one. Thought I'd change up the view for the second half. I mean, look where we are. Go on then, second half's on the way. If they win this, I think they'll go on to maybe piss the league. But Gloucester is another one up in this division who are going to be up there too. Oh my God. Oh my word, it's 1-1. And I'll tell you what, it's an absolute defensive howler. It came out of nowhere, hence why I wasn't even ready for it, but I think it was a pass back. And then the attacker was just there to tap it into the back of the net. It was just like an empty net for him to tap it into. I couldn't believe what I just saw there. Pass back. Oh, that's so bad. That is so bad. The thing is, if I was given a neutral point of view, I feel like Walton and Hersham have been playing so well. They've looked in control of the game, but a moment like that, and it can just change. And there you go, Farnham are back in this now. Gifted to them, albeit, but they're back in it.
The attendance for this match was 590, which was a surprise to me as I thought there was so many more.
Now this would be a strike and a half if this finds the back of the net. Okay then. Right, okay. It wasn't the best of efforts, I must say. Can't be making that mistake here. It's played him in. Oh, it's just nearly killed someone. I knew where the ball was landing and it still scared me when it made contact. So ball in. Oh, it's a chance, you know. First half it was all Walton and Hersham with the possession, trying to find the spaces, but the second half it's been a bit more even. I'll be honest, for the hype this game was getting, end-to-end stuff, there hasn't actually been that many chances. Throughout this whole, I think we're about 85 minutes in right now. Will someone find the winner? Oh, that's a good ball out wide. Into Bennett. Oh, hold on a minute. They can counter here. Big chance. What's their final product like? Number 16, he's been really good all game. Goes outside. Corner ball, you take that. From what I was watching and how they were playing the first half, if they go on to win this, I'll be shocked. It's not bad. Oh, it's got it. Oh, what's going on there then? The board's up to, was it 3 minutes added on? And when you've got 3 minutes added on, I mean, that kind of shows what kind of half we've been watching.
And you wouldn't believe what happens with the last kick of the game.
Oh my word. Oh. Celebrating in front of them as well. It's the 90th minute winner. Joe Bennett, the ex-Brighton EFL player, was playing championship football last season. Oh my word. He's been sent off. Who's been sent off then? Someone's been sent off. The goal scorer, Joe Bennett's just been sent off after scoring as well, probably for celebrating in his face, I don't know. I don't think anyone in the stadium was expecting another goal in the game, let alone it being the last kick of the game too. Walton and Hersham, in all fairness, they've played well, but to win it with Joe Bennett putting it in was a really good ball in, and as a first time finish into the back of the net, he's been sent off too. I think he was celebrating in front of one of Farnham's players. And that is full time. Literally the last kick of the game. Oh, I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. That was literally the last kick of the game that happened. The final ball into the box, the final shot. And Joe Bennett's done it. Football. That is a big 3 points for Walton and Hersham.
I cannot quite believe how that game has just ended. Was that deserved? I do not know, but let's rank our time here at Farnham Town. Thank you very much, Harry, for speaking to me and giving me a bit more of an insight towards this football club. But how do we rank it? Let's find out.
So let's start off with the stadium, and the improvements created has been impressive. I love the coloured railings, the Lottie stand and the fan zones. I'm giving it a 7.8 out of 10. Atmosphere, in all honesty, wasn't the greatest and mostly came from the Walton and Hersham fans, so I'll give it a 4 out of 10. Floodlights, I mean, it's just bog standard, isn't it? But they have a good few, so a 4.2 out of 10. And finally, the cost. £10 for an adult match ticket, £8 for a cheeseburger and chips, £5 for a pie. This is phenomenal pricing for the 7th tier of English football, so for me it's a deserved 9.6 out of 10. Which brings the total to 25.6, putting Farnham Town in 4th place for Season 2 and 19th in the overall table. Comment below where I should visit next, and I'll see you guys soon.